Lauren from Hardware Heaven, and today I'm reviewing the XFX 850w XXX Edition Semi-Modular Power Supply. So this is my first full power supply review, so in this video I will be opening the power supply and taking for a look inside it. But first I'm going to start by taking you for a look around the box. Looking at the box, this power supply uses all Japanese caps for a longer lifespan, it's AMD Crossfire and NVIDIA SLI ready, and it's got an 80+ bronze efficiency rating. So here at XFX, just tell you a little bit about their easy rail technology. Now with most modern high-end power supplies, there's not actually a lot of difference between single and multiple rail setups, but XFX are very proud to be using a single rail for simplicity. They say they've added in smart sensors to give additional protection to the original single rail design. So then looking at the back of the box, XFX have given this power supply a 5-year warranty, and then looking at the bottom of the box, we've got the output table, and as you can see the plus 12V rail is very strong with a maximum of 70 amps. So in the box you get a user manual, 4 mounting screws, a power cable and the modular cable pack, and this includes 3 SATA cables, 2 with 4 connectors and 1 with 2 connectors, so that's 10 in total, 2 Molex cables, 1 with 3 connectors, 1 with 2 connectors, so that's 5. 1 Molex to floppy cable, a PCIe cable with 2 6+2 connectors, and the 12V CPU cable. And then lastly we've got the power supply itself, and I have to say I really love how this power supply looks. It's definitely been targeted towards gamers. So at the top here we've got a fan and a really shiny XFX logo. On this side we've got the power plug, on-off switch, another really shiny XFX logo and a honeycomb grille. On both this side and this side we've got stickers with the XFX logo, and they've been put on in such a way that whichever way you fit the power supply they'll be the right way up. And this side we've got an efficiency badge in the output table. So then here you can see where you plug in your modular cables, and even though I do think it looks really nice having them along the bottom like this, it does kind of irritate me a little bit because this whole power supply has been designed around having the fan face down, and I'd much rather have it facing up looking like this than seeing this side. But the problem is that if you do have it fan face up, then you've got the modular connectors along the top, all of this is upside down, and then the shiny XFX logo is also upside down, which I do think is quite disappointing. So then looking at the fitted cables, we've got the 24-pin cable, which is 20+4, we've got the 12V CPU cable, which is 4+4, and we've got a PCIe cable with 2 6+2 connectors. So all of the fitted cables are a pretty decent length, and you shouldn't have any problem from reaching unless you've got a really big case. The sleeving isn't the greatest, as you can see the coloured cables through it. I would have preferred them to have used black cables, but that does seem to bring manufacturing prices up and then bring the price of the power supply up. So now what I'm going to do is open the power supply. So firstly, we've got a 125mm 9-blade brushless fan manufactured by Ada. And then looking at the internal build quality of the power supply, we can see that the cable's braiding extends quite far in, so over time it's not going to come loose and fall out. There's also a reasonable amount of white adhesive, ensuring that the components are properly secured, so XFX haven't cut any corners there. Now even though this is an XFX branded power supply, it's actually been manufactured by Seasonic, who are known for making great quality power supplies. So this power supply uses 105°C capacitors from companies like Nippon and Rubicon, and it also has good soldering across the board. As this is a DC-DC power supply, the 3.3V and 5V rails run directly off the 12V rail, which is guaranteed 850 watts at 50°C. So before I move on to the performance test, this power supply has total power protection, over voltage protection, over current protection and short circuit protection. Moving on to the power supply's performance, all of the testing was done at 50°C, apart from the exhaust tests, which were done at an ambient room temperature of 25 degrees to show real world performance. So the regulation of the 3.3V, 5V and 12V circuitry was good, with minimal fluctuation on each reading. Also the efficiency is pretty decent for a bronze rated power supply, although obviously not enough to make it a silver rated power supply. The AC ripple results were excellent, which is something that's expected from a Seasonic design power supply, with 17mV ripple on 3.3V, 19mV ripple on 5V and 33mV ripple on 12V, which is well within the specifications of 50mV for the 3.3V and 5V and 150mV for the 12V. So then moving on to the exhaust temps, this power supply is well within normal levels. It doesn't get overly hot, but it also doesn't have the hybrid semi-passive technology, meaning that even at low loads the fan will always be spinning when other power supplies would be silent. So now I'm going to move on to the conclusion. So I'm going to give the XFX Power Supply the recommended award. It's a great looking power supply with good electrical performance, decent temperatures and good noise levels. It's also got good build quality. However, most new power supplies do have semi-passive cooling, meaning at lower loads they are almost silent, and I do think that's something this power supply would definitely benefit from and bring it up to the same level as other models. But that was my review of the XFX 850w XXX Edition Power Supply. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more hardware and gaming videos. And thanks for watching.